All right, let's talk about something that pretty much defines our entire lives, gaining control over our own minds. I know it sounds like a massive, impossible task, right? But what if I told you it's actually a skill? And today, we're going to break down exactly how you can start building it.
Does it ever feel like you're not really in the driver's seat of your own head? Like your thoughts are just on this endless loop, churning out worry, stress, maybe a little self-doubt? If you've ever felt completely overwhelmed by that constant inner chatter, trust me, you are in the right place.
So first things first, let's get clear on what we're actually up against. The truth is, almost everyone deals with thoughts that are discouraging or just spiral out of control. It's a totally normal part of being human. But, and this is a big but, it absolutely does not have to control your life.
I bet this list looks pretty familiar. Our minds are creatures of habit, and they love getting stuck in these patterns. Whether it's replaying that one awkward conversation over and over again, that's rumination, or just having that inner critic on full blast. The first step is just to put a name on it. Just recognizing, oh, that's what's happening, is the real beginning of taking back the controls.
Okay, so if you only take one thing away from this, let it be this. This is the most important, foundational shift we need to make. The goal is not to have a perfectly clear, empty mind. I mean, come on, that's impossible. The real goal is to realize that you can be the observer of your thoughts, not a victim of them.
A Reddit user actually put this perfectly. They said, "You don't control your thoughts, but you become the master of your mind by being able to let them pass." Just think about that for a second. Mastery isn't about fighting your brain. It's about observation. It's about realizing that you're the one listening to the stories your mind tells you, which means you don't have to buy into every single one of them.
And listen, this isn't just some nice-sounding philosophy. There is hard science to back this up. It's actually a cornerstone of something called cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. And its core principle is simple, but it is so profound. Our thoughts are what cause our feelings and behaviors, not the things that happen to us.
So CBT often uses what's called the ABC model to explain this. A is the activating event. Let's say you get some criticism at work. B is your belief about it. Maybe your mind instantly goes to "I'm a failure." And C is the emotional consequence. You feel anxious and upset. The real magic here is realizing that the power isn't in A, the event. The power is in changing B, your belief. That's how you change how you feel.
So, what's our first instinct when a negative thought pops up? We try to push it away, right? Suppress it. But study after study shows that just makes it come back stronger. It's like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. So what actually works? Acceptance. Just acknowledging the thought without judging it lets it lose its power. You let it in, you see it, and then you just let it float on by.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. This sounds good in theory, but does it really work? And the answer is absolutely. And the reason why is grounded in biology. We are talking about physically, literally rewiring your brain.
This amazing ability is called neuroplasticity. Here's the best way to think about it. Your common thought patterns are like well-worn paths in a forest, super easy to walk down. Every time you practice a new way of thinking, you're starting to forge a brand new path. And if you do it enough, that new path becomes the default, the easy one to take.
And you know what the best part is? You're probably already doing things that help with this. It's not just about meditating in a quiet room. It's about novelty and challenge. Learning a new language, making music, even playing certain video games. All of these things help your brain build new connections and become way more flexible. Okay, so we get the problem, and we get the science. Now for the really fun part, the practical stuff. Let's load up your mental toolkit with 3 powerful techniques you can start using like today.
Our first tool, and this is the foundation for everything else, is awareness. I mean, you can't change something if you don't even notice it's happening, right? This is the simple practice of stepping back and just watching the activity of your mind, without getting all tangled up in the drama.
And a fantastic way to train this awareness muscle is through mindfulness meditation. It is so simple. You find a quiet spot, you focus on your breath, and when your mind inevitably wanders off, which it will a million times, you just gently guide it back. That little moment of guiding it back, that's a rep for your brain. You're strengthening your ability to choose what you focus on.
Next up in the toolkit, reframing. So once you are aware of your thoughts, you can start to actively change the story you tell yourself about them. It's all about shifting your perspective to one that's a little more helpful, a little more empowering.
Here is a fascinatingly simple trick for this. Switch from first person to third person when you talk to yourself. So instead of thinking, "I feel miserable," try saying, "You feel miserable right now." but you have the strength to face this. It seems like a tiny change, but it creates this psychological distance. It lets you coach yourself through a tough moment, just like you would for a good friend. It has a huge impact.
And our final technique is all about action. Because let's be honest, sometimes thinking differently just isn't enough. You have to do something differently. This is about using your body and your imagination to shift your mental state, sometimes almost instantly. A really powerful action you can take is guided imagery. You just get comfortable, close your eyes, and create a peaceful, positive scene in your mind. The trick is to use all your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? This isn't just daydreaming. It's a focused exercise that can literally calm your nervous system and give your mind a much-needed break from the worry cycle.
By vividly picturing a scene just like this quiet path, you can actually create the feeling of being there in your body. You're actively creating a positive emotional experience for yourself, which is just an incredible tool to have in your back pocket for managing stress in the moment.
Okay, so let's start to bring this all together. Becoming the master of your mind. It's not some final destination you arrive at where you never have a negative thought again. Think of it more as an ongoing practice, a skill that you get to cultivate and get better at over a lifetime.
So, to sum it all up, remember, your thoughts are not you, you are the one observing them. Your brain can literally be rewired through practice. That's neuroplasticity. It's way more effective to accept thoughts than to fight them. And your toolkit is awareness, reframing, and action. But maybe most importantly, through all of this, remember to treat yourself with compassion. This is a journey.
If you found this helpful and you want to keep diving deep into psychology and self-improvement like this, please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Mind in Motion. We're always exploring new ways to help you understand and harness the incredible power of your own mind.
And so that brings us to the end. I want to leave you with one simple question to get you started. Looking at the rest of your day, what's one small way you can practice mastering your mind? Just one thing. The entire journey starts with that first small step. Thanks for being here with me today.